You're listening to Inspiration for Kids podcast, the channel for creativity, communication, and character development for children, guardians, and teachers around the world. Join Teacher Emil and friends as we aim for the stars, raising heroes of tomorrow. Now, here's your host, Teacher Emil.
Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode here on the Inspiration for Kids Educators. I'm your host, Teacher Emil, and in this episode, we are going to talk about a crucial topic, the importance of teaching young children to speak up and express the emotions and struggles to prevent depression. Now, I'm not going to go into statistics, I'm not going to go into what depression is, and how to define depression and all that sort of thing. Well, I'm going to go directly to giving you the practical tips for helping our children to express themselves so they can, if they are already depressed, they are able to better manage and to also go through the event, the period, and go through them well. Now, when we allow our children to express their emotions, it's essential for mental well-being. Now, when we bottle up our emotions, you know how we are, when we bottle ourselves up, and after a while we keep taking in and we keep, getting negativity and energy and all that sort of thing, we explode, right? I definitely do explode. I know I do when we hold on for too long and too much. It's the same for children, and it can even actually get worse for children because they are unlike us adults who have experienced their education to and have built our character and courage and abilities to be able to find ways to distress ourselves and express ourselves and relax and calm and find solutions. Children, especially young ones, are still not able to do all of what the things that we adults can do, even older children can do. So bottling up emotions can lead to various mental health issues and, of course, depression. So by teaching our children to speak up, we empower them to cope with challenges in healthy ways. So let's get down to the tips for us, parents and educators, to cultivate a wonderful habit of expressing in our children, expression of courage and the ability to express themselves. First, and this is always the most important factor, to create a safe and supportive environment. Without a safe and supportive environment, our children will not be able to feel confident and trusting and brave and courageous enough and supported enough to be able to fully express themselves. How we provide that safe and supportive environment is to encourage open communication without judgment, without criticism, without dismissal. We've got to listen actively, and then after we listen to all that they have to say, we've got to validate. And we always miss this part. I've done it many times, that we forget to validate how they feel. And it's quite easy. Let them know that you understand. Let them know that you are hearing what they've said and we're going to think about what they've said. Affirm how they feel and let them know it's okay to feel any type of way. Now, we've got to ensure that children feel safe expressing themselves. Right? Number 2, we have got to teach emotional literacy. What is this emotional literacy? It is allowing our children to identify the different feelings and different emotions relating to the different situations and incidents and challenges. Now, we need to help children identify and label the emotions, though they're able to better express their emotions and their thoughts. We can use books and games to explore different feelings and to help us identify these emotions, right? Now, we also, when we are teaching them emotional literacy, we need to encourage them to express what they are feeling. It's not just about the education, it's about relating the education, the knowledge, with how they are feeling. So you got to connect them both so children can relate and understand and label, identify, and express this is what's going on, and I can relate to a certain situation because I now understand better and I have some emotional literacy. Another practical tip, number 3, is to practice mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Now, we have yoga, we've got exercises, we've got the gym, we've got all these different ways and activities to help us take a step back from feeling sad or any sort of negative emotions leading to depression. We need to teach our children age appropriate techniques like deep breathing or simple meditation or going to a quiet corner where they will be left alone with some music, or all these small basic relaxation techniques to teach them or to help them find peace, calm, and freedom to feel and to let go and to come down, right? Encourage them to use these relaxation mindfulness techniques when they feel overwhelmed. Remind them, make this technique, or cultivate this technique into a habit or a culture or a permanent exercise for times when our children are overwhelmed with emotions. Practical tip number 4, we need to have a cultural expression. How do we do that? Right, we can encourage with young children because we know the kids love storytelling. We know the kids love to write and read and look and watch and explore books and pictures and words. So use storytelling and use journaling to encourage expression. Expressions sometimes isn't all about just words. They can be done through actions and pictures and activities. Now, and then we can also organize group activities where children can share thoughts and feelings. You can do emotion games that allow people to express themselves safely and bravely and supportively. In my company, Stage Focus Global, we've got a lot of games that actually work on emotions. So you might want to check out stagefocus.com or inspirationforkids.org. Anyway, next, in order for us to foster a culture of expression, we have got to lead by example. We've got to be able to express how we feel and what we think freely without judgment, and of course age appropriate. We've got to watch language. And when our children see that you and I are able to express ourselves freely, courageously, they are more inclined to want to copy, mimic, emulate, and do it. Because if you are the person of trust, the children are more able to want to, especially for parents, of course, children might want to do, will follow, learn, and do what you are doing. And when you are able to express yourself confidently, they are more encouraged to do so too. Now, tip number 5, you've got to be able to, or you need to seek professional help when needed. We tend to put so much on our shoulders, especially parents, of course, who they are, your kids. But it is okay for us to step out and say, I need help, and we should get some help for us, because mommy needs some help, dad needs some help, and so we can learn from the help together, and let them know when we actually are looking for the help and we are getting the help. Let the children know that it's not because anyone is failing. It's not because we're not good enough. It's not because we don't know what's going on. Yes, we don't know what's really happening, but we do need help from other people. And when we do this, when we seek help, we also telling children, encouraging them to seek help when they need, because they see their people of trust doing the same. So when do you need to seek help? When you see signs of distress and prolonged sadness. No matter what you think, what you've done, or what you think is what you could have done, it is never too late, never too early to ask for help. Or at least, you don't need to do it with the children first. You can actually call up or email a company or ask for some advice from professionals, okay? And ask for help from professionals, mental health professionals, not just some random person on the internet, because we all have different children to take care of. We all have different values and background experiences, and all the different varieties of life and family and background, nationalities, all of that. So get professional help if you need to. Now, so in closing this episode, we need to teach our children to express their emotion, because it's so important to prevent depression, or to go through depression nicely or strongly or confidently, and come out best and better than when the children enter. So we've got to, again, create a supportive environment. We've got to teach emotional literacy. We've got to practice mindfulness and relaxation techniques. We've got to foster culture of expressions in the household, in the school, in the classroom, or anywhere. And then it is needed if you need to get the help to help you through these challenging times. So there you are, the 5 practical tips for us educators and parents to encourage and cultivate the habit of expression, to prevent depression or to go through depression successfully. Thank you for listening to these Inspiration for Kids Educators podcast. Check out at inspirationfocus.org/educators for more, and I'll see you guys in the next episode here on Inspiration for Kids Educators.
Thanks for listening to the Inspiration for Kids podcast. Be sure to visit inspirationforkids.org to explore our network and be a part of our exciting journey. And don't forget to join us on all major social networks. Simply look out for Inspiration for Kids. Till next time, be brave, be kind, and let's continue to share our voice here on Inspiration for Kids.